Welcome everybody to this very first episode of a new series. This is just this week's forecast series, I guess. I'm hoping to do a video at least every day. That is going to be forecast wise here, and slowly get better at this. So these will not be recorded live. I mean, on Facebook and YouTube, but it'll be going on YouTube and stuff like that. I'm really hoping that this series helps explain the weather. And again, I only do forecast for lower Michigan, not the upper peninsula. So if you're wondering why I'm not covering the upper peninsula, that's because I don't do up there. There's probably someone else that can do up there. So as you can see, I have made this slide, and this slide still needs a lot of improvement, but it's one I can keep working on over time. Not have to worry about. I threw one quick together today to try to do this fast. But more stuff will be eventually added to this and it'll look a lot more professional. But for now, I'm going to keep this as the very first episode of this series. Now, these videos will be shorter than normal videos, or they could be longer than normal videos. It depends on what we got to cover. Now, there's not a lot of crazy weather going on, so this is going to be one of the shorter videos. But you may want to stay tuned in the end because I'm going to bring up something that could impact our future weather. And it's maybe not something that people want to hear, but again, have to bring up when hazards start showing themselves. Okay, so here I tried to do my version of this 4-day or 7-day, whatever you want to call it. I only have 4 days because I like to keep it pretty okay to update over time, and that I don't have to worry about the whole 7 days. And plus, we are not a full week, so we're kind of starting in the middle of the week. So, but eventually this will be the 7-day. Now, as you can see, I'm still quite working on it, and I don't know what went wrong. And the technology has not been my friend, but by the weather icons, you can tell that tonight's gonna be rainy and foggy. We are under a fog advisory because of the dense fog, which is thickening up outside my window. Maybe I'll show you a can maybe later. And then Thursday, same thing. But Thursday is the day to watch. Now, I'm really, really like, this is the most important weather thing for Thursday. It's like, this is going to be the most important thing for this week. It's still going to be rainy and foggy, but here. So Thursday, I believe that we'll get a break in the rain. Maybe it'll be a mist or drizzle for most of the day, but I'm not seeing much in the way of precipitation during the day. Now, Thursday night, that is the other hand, we could see some heavier rain showers moving, and the second system that we have coming showed up like literally a day ago or 2 days ago. We didn't know that we're going to get twice. I mean, 3 times actually. This is technically the third time we're going to hit with rain, and that kind of is serious, a little bit serious, just because we have the snow melting, which our snow has about 2 inches of rain already in it, plus whatever fell. So that's going to raise our rivers, and then we got to worry about ice jams and all that kind of stuff as the temperatures rise this week. It could be even potential 50s going into next week into the beginning of February. So we're going into more of a spring-like pattern for at least a while here. It'll be foggy overnight. This rain has the potential to produce an inch and over an inch. It could overperform, but I'll go over more of that once we get to the other part of the slide where we're discussing that. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, cloudy. This week is going to be nothing but clouds, and it's going to be damp because there's going to be no sun. So if you're planning on doing anything outside this week does not look like a very good week to do that. But if you do plan on going outside Friday into, I'd say, Saturday into Sunday, the weekend looks pretty good to go outside and do things if you need to, but it's still going to be wet and damp. And I may have to change the icon for either Saturday or Sunday because we may get clipped with a little rain, a little snow. I'm not sure on that one, and that one's looking actually less likely than before. That's why I just kept it as clouds. Okay, now we're going to move on. So this is a forecast discussion. this will also be posted onto the Armored Weather Facebook page group that I have. So I will plan on doing these type ups here, and then these will go on the Facebook page. I'm planning on doing at least two of these a day, so one for the morning and then one for the afternoon. It just kind of gives you the weather story for the week. And as you can see, I put rain and fog tonight, fog advisory out for dangerous fog. Rain will be turning to drizzle, and that fog advisory is in effect until 11 tomorrow, but could be extended like it was today. Overnight with a low of 33. So here's the problem with the low tonight. There could be some ice, especially if areas do drop, which I don't see really happening. I don't even see it dropping to 33 because we're still at 36, and maybe some areas will. I'm not quite sure. Maybe more up north, but down here, I'm not seeing much of an ice problem. But there could be the possibility. So just always check your temperature on your way out in the morning. Then our main thing for the week is a heavy rain Thursday night with the possibility of over an inch, and that snow melt could lead to minor flooding. So not major flooding, just minor flooding. We could see some rivers reach their state flood stage, but I'm like I said, minor flooding stage, not major. So I think that this is not going to lead to any flood watches, maybe flood advisories, but I'm not seeing a big major flooding event with this. But it is something definitely to keep an eye on as things could change. And I will keep looking at the data very closely tonight and tomorrow, because that could potentially overperform, like I said, because the system's going to have a lot of moisture to work with it. And then the temps this week will be in the 30s to low 40, upper 30s to low 40s. Um, it's pretty much going to be the theme this week. It's not going to be too cold like it has been with the last Arctic outbreak. So I'm thinking we're getting out of that pattern now, where we're going to more of a spring type pattern for at least a few days, few weeks maybe. And then this I really wasn't going to put in the forecast, but I decided to do it today because there's a couple long range models kind of hinting at it, and just like I said, I'm putting this out there as a possibility, but this is not going to be my number one topic until I get more things and more help with that, more data to help me with that. So we could be possibly looking at a second cold outbreak. So this would be a second Arctic outbreak, which will be very similar to this one, and we'll be keeping an eye on that this week and the next. The probability of that happening, I have at the scale of 5 is 1, and it's a very low one. So low confidence, low everything. So it's not my main story. Like I said, this could change and that could become 0, and then this could be taken out of the next forecast discussion. I'm not quite sure. This has just been added in there as maybe what we could be looking into next, since I don't really see anything else bigger happening. Now I will add on a little bit to it. So this, if you're subscribed to my channel or if you're watching this video, it is completely free. The show is completely free, and I will keep trying to add things in to make this show more interesting and stuff like that. And eventually I'll have better graphics than whatever this is, but I'm trying to do my best. It's not fun trying to set this all up and then make a video. I'm making the videos fun. The setting up part is it's a lot of work to try to do. But give a little more insight into that. So a lot of models, or some extended models, which you take this with a grain of salt again. It's low confidence, so it's not likely yet. Things could change within time, could not, could maybe. If this end up happening in a scenario that I'm starting to see happens, we could see a storm track like it was with the last one. This will be very similar to the last one, if not the same exact thing, just hitting us again. Where we could see some snowstorms, winter storms, stuff like that. It'll be a favorable storm track for that. And then lows, very low lows, like in the teens and single digits again, and then you know negatives for wind chills and stuff like that. Could happen again. Could very well be looking at some more school closings if that does happen. But again, that is very low chance of happening as of now. But I thought I'd put that out there just as I'm starting to see more data kind of point towards it. But again, it is long range and it could change like that. It's basically here what we call fantasy land, but it's something nice to kind of bring up into the topic here and give me more to talk to. Okay, this is the NamNIS model, which is the 3 kilometer NAM model. And As you can see, most of southern Michigan here is seeing total rainfall from this event and the next event over an inch. And most of this is going to be in the next event now since this event is moving out. So we could see a lot more rainfall. And the thing that's got me really concerned is that we're starting to see these darker blobs, which are approaching 1.5 inches. And if this fills in more, which I think it might, because of the moisture we're working with it in the system, and it's actually gone up. Um, Especially this is more of a spring summer type mass that we usually don't get. We don't usually get this in this time of year, so it's going to be interesting to see how much rain we get. But we'll continue to fine tune the details. Um, uh, we'll definitely be talking more about this rain event tomorrow. Tomorrow's episode. At least I plan on doing one of these a day, 2 times a day maybe, if the videos are short enough. But at least one video a day, kind of just explaining the forecast for the week, like I said. And this is subject to change. This will change. My forecast will change. I'm just giving you the most closest information we got to the real thing. All right, now let's talk about the channel and the Facebook page and just updates in general. So again, I created this new series. And this is going to be episode 1 of that. And from there, we'll continue doing more episodes every day. Adding on to it. And yeah, I want to have these videos saved on there for reference of, like if we come across another major event, I can record that and history it, basically. Um, as for Armored Weather itself, I will plan on doing the same things I do, and I'm trying to get better and at doing more. I have a partner that is, I'm not going to name his name, but if you are on the Facebook page, you've probably seen him post and you probably know his name. But I have a partner that is working with me to help get this company up to good standards here, and helping me post more on the Facebook. So I definitely, if you want to have the most up to date information, I definitely check out that Facebook page, which I have a plan on doing a complete change around on that because I did start this thing and then I didn't really keep to it. My goal is to definitely keep to it. And now that I have a new microphone and stuff and people can hear me clear instead of choppiness, makes me want to do these videos more. And just go from there. Now, I will say this. I I have a lot of things planned, but then also at the same time, I don't have a lot of things planned. So we'll go from there. Now, on this channel, there will be a separate kind of show or videos per se that are not going to be really weather related. Because as you could see, when I changed the title of the YouTube to Armored Weather and Rail Fanning, and that's because I plan on having a rail fanning section of it. But that one is not going to be my main thing of the. I may create a whole separate channel for that, but as of now, it's going to be part of this channel. I have uploaded one video to it that is really crappy in quality. I hope to redo that one and then get rid of that one. I had to record that one on my phone, but I do have a better camera for that and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's pretty much the updates. I am still trying to figure out a way to work on a kind of like what I did with these slides, but a website. So then people could go on there, and I will update, like the National Weather Service does, put my own discussion and stuff on there, and things like that. So again, I'm going to say that there's a dense fog advisory until 11 a.m. tomorrow, so foggy. I'm already seeing really thick fog, but if you're driving in the morning, make sure that you're just paying attention to your surroundings and keep from there. But anyways, this concludes the first episode, and yeah, lots of future plans coming, and Again, I do have a bigger video planned, or say maybe live stream. I'm not quite sure. When the time comes, we'll get closer to that. But as we are approaching meteorological spring and the spring itself, which is not too far away anymore, I'd say a couple months away now, within the next month or the next month after, I will be doing the spring briefing outlook, and we'll be going over what we could be looking at in the spring. And then we'll be going over our severe weather, which we'll have a whole week on severe weather. I look forward to doing that one, as severe weather is more of my thing. All weather is my thing, but severe weather is fun to track. Not as fun for people, but it's good to get the information out there. Um, but when that gets closer, I will post a date and time, and then you can come join the live streams. There's gonna be a whole week on that, so plan on a whole week of fun severe weather quizzes and stuff like that. All right, from there we will end this video. I'm gonna do a special thing at the end of these videos. So if you have somewhere you live here in Lower Michigan, or this could be anybody who's watching, but Lower Michigan is what I do. Um, Explain one major weather thing that you've experienced, and what day, date, and time that was, if you remember the time. And the best one that I see, I will respond to and give you a shout out on the next video. But that is only if you comment down below. As I don't have very many viewers, so I'm hoping that this goes up with making these videos. And maybe, who knows, if I get a lot of views eventually, then we will go towards more of maybe doing the Midwest instead of just Michigan. But as of for now, Lower Michigan is what I cover. All right, bye.